is a setback. There should have been something there. So the fact that it's not there tells us that the elusive Khan kings are still elusive.
Does it mean that Richard's mysterious dynasty of lost kings is mythological after all? Richard is sure they're real. He is not going to give up that easily. At another temple, he prepares to excavate next season.
Maybe one of our Maya kings is located in this thing.
These early kings are still lost to history. But the image of one of them has been found. It's the latest revelation of the San Bartolo mural. Just above the glyph that means Lord is the painting of a pre-classic king, possibly the earliest ever found. He appears to be sitting on a scaffold throne, covered in red and white body paint at the moment of his coronation. The ceremony would have been spectacularly stage-managed. High on a temple top with his people gathered below, the new ruler received a sacred bundle, perhaps a symbol of kingship. Beneath him, sacrifices recalled the death and rebirth of the maize god. It is an image of unrivaled majesty and power. And perhaps a quest for grandeur great enough to be its own undoing. In the 2nd century AD, many of the cities of the Mirador Basin collapsed. Richard Hansen thinks he knows one of the causes. It's the story of a mighty culture brought to its knees by lime plaster. What did it cost to give every building, every temple, its thick, gleaming surface? To make their plaster, the Maya heated limestone on wood-burning kilns. But only freshly cut trees burned hot enough, and it took a huge quantity of green wood to make relatively little plaster. By the team's calculation, the Maya had to burn nearly 1,000 acres of forest to coat one large structure. There were hundreds of buildings at El Mirador, and they were always making them bigger.
This is the first floor of this building. It comes right up to the stairway here, a brightly red-painted floor, very hard, extremely durable, and about 9 centimeters thick. But then, all of a sudden, shortly, they added another floor immediately on top of this one, 20 centimeters thick. And imagine the wood and the manpower and the amount of stone required to make that much lime.
As Maya elites demanded ever grander cities, the lime industry helped to deforest the Mirador Basin and clog the swamps on which they depended.
And when you strip the forest like that in a tropical environment, you get clay washing into the swamps, which rendered those swamps inaccessible to their farming strategies and farming techniques. And when you can't eat, you're in trouble. And one of the reasons they couldn't eat is because of this kind of exorbitant use of resources.
In the end, the Maya of the Mirador Basin may have put themselves on a path to destruction by burning the rainforest that nurtured them. Could a similar story be playing out today? The cradle of Maya civilization is once again under assault. This time from logging, oil interests, farmers, and ranchers. How long will it be able to survive? Richard Hansen is fighting to have the Mirador Basin established as a wilderness archaeological preserve. If he is successful, the jungle that reclaimed the first Maya cities 2,000 years ago will continue to shelter their remains forever.
Every time I come out here, I still am amazed, astonished at the human saga that took place here. All of a sudden, those 2,000 to 3,000 years evaporate, and you can feel them, you can sense them, and there are a lot of ghosts here. This should be a monument to humanity. This should be a monument to nature as well. And I hope someday that this can stay pretty much the same as we see it now.